What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon and Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire speculation video, looking at some more possible Mega Evolutions today from the Johto region. So, in the last episode we looked at, what did we look at? Some Pokemon, I can't remember what they were. I think Smeargle was one of them, can't quite remember, it was a while ago. Anyway, so today we're looking at the final 3 Pokemon for the Johto saga of the possible Mega Evolution speculation videos. Obviously after this one I will most likely move on, not to Hone because we've done Hone already, so I'll probably move over to Sinnoh now. In a couple of days I have some other videos to work on about the new Mega Evolutions that have been revealed, so you know, the major video on Mega Altera, need to make one for Mega Salamence, Mega Lopunny and Mega Ordina, and obviously Mega Slowbro if it is confirmed real, which it probably will be, just a matter of time to be honest. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll just move on and start covering the last 3 Mega Evolutions, or possible Mega Evolutions, from the Johto region. So, we are actually looking at Legendaries today. First up we have Mega Lugia. Now I could have done the dogs, but I didn't think the dogs can get Mega Evolutions, it just didn't seem right to me, so I don't know why, I just felt like it. So, Mega Lugia, or Lugia, it's a psychic flying type, as you guys know. Funnily enough, it's not a water type, even though it's like the Master of the Sea, or whatever you would call it, Beast of the Sea. I don't know if that's the right term it's used in the movie at least. Anyway, it's a psychic flying type, which I don't particularly like. I prefer it to be a water flying type or a water psychic type, that would make much more sense to me. Anyway, what would Mega Lugia look like now? This design looks pretty damn awesome. You can see its main body shape has not changed much at all, but it has gained some blue patterning. Blue patterning on its chest has now gone up along its neck to its head, and the 2, I guess, blue eye bits to call them on its eyes have now become a bit more curved, a bit larger, and its fingers on the end of its wings have now become blue, which is just a little addition. And the spikes on its back have become actual spikes rather than just sort of scales, and then its tail is also getting 2 extra spikes there, as well as its toes also turning blue. But that's pretty much the only changes there, but I think that's enough changes to be honest. So, what type would I see Mega Lugia being? Well, I have 3 types listed here, because I think it could go many different ways. The first one I have here is water flying, because as I mentioned earlier, it's Master of the Sea and stuff, so water flying would make sense, because it lives in the sea, and it has big wings. So, yeah. The second type I got suggested here is a water psychic type, because it's a psychic type, but then it's also with water, so it could change to that, and make a bit more sense there. And the final one I have here is a psychic dragon type, because I feel like it could become a dragon type, just because of how it looks, how it sort of, you know, whole feel of the design. I think the psychic dragon would work quite well. Obviously, just losing the flying type to get the dragon type, which I think would be a good choice there. Make it more resist a lot more things. It would lose a few weaknesses. Actually, you know, it would gain resistance to electric. It would not be weak to rock. It would gain a weakness to fairy and gain a weakness to dragon, obviously, but it'd be affected by earth moves, ground type moves now, but I think Psychic Dragon will work pretty well for it. Obviously it could also say Psychic Flying, but I just hadn't listed it because that'd be 4 different typing combinations. I prefer just not to put the 3 on, but Psychic Flying is another possibility. I would prefer Psychic Dragon though, in my opinion. Stat change wise for Mega Lugia, I would say it becoming more special really, so a special attack boost and a special defense boost, just to boost up, you know, special attack, special defense obviously, which would make sense, you know, because it's already a good special attacker, and special bulk just sort of builds up a bit more there, so that's pretty good. Ability wise for Mega Lugia, it could first off keep multi-scale, because that would be helpful for it, you know. You are going to Mega Evolve on full health, so multi-scale is going to be helpful there. If it doesn't keep multi-scale, you can get one of these other abilities here. It could, you know, obviously stay normal Lugia, take an attack with multi-scale, and not take as much damage, and then get the Mega Evolution and get the boost of the second ability rather than just sort of wasting the multi-scale. Obviously it depends how the stat boosts, but it depends. Then the second ability I've got here listed is Overcoat. I feel like it might get Overcoat. It's a possibility. Overcoat protects against any damage from weather, I'm pretty sure. Which, if you think about it, makes sense because Lugia is tied to Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. They don't particularly affect the weather as such, but obviously as we saw in The Power of One, the second Pokemon movie, when they are balances, you know, changed, they do cause a lot of weather problems, so I feel like Overcoat would make sense on Lugia at least. It would not necessarily might happen, but Overcoat would make a sense in that particular, you guys get what I mean, you know, it would make sense in terms of the lore. The final ability I've got to sit here is Drizzle. Sort of makes sense. because it could be a water type. It's sort of related to water, so drizzle might make sense there. But then again, as I mentioned, sort of, you know, its overcoat is sort of, it's linked to the weather and the fact that it's supposed to be, I guess, immune to the weather. I'm not exactly sure if you guys understand me there, but drizzle again, another possibility I could see happening. But that's pretty much it for Mega Lugia, guys. Typing wise, I prefer Psychic Dragon, as I said. Stat changes, it's becoming more specially. Ability wise, I guess it could keep Multi-Scale. It would be the most likely one, to be honest. I don't think they'd get rid of it because Multi-Scale is a pretty darn good ability. But I don't know. Let me know what you think about Mega Lugia down below in the comments section. You know, typing wise, stat changes, ability, stuff like that. And let's move on to the second Pokemon for today, which you might be able to guess is, of course, Mega Hoa. So Hoa is a fire flying type, sort of. Doesn't really parallel Psychic Flying, obviously. If Mega Lugia was, or if Lugia was Water Flying, it might parallel in some sense, but it doesn't. So Fire Flying it is there for Hoa. What would a Mega Hoa look like? Now, this design is awesome. It's amazing. As you guys know, Mega Hoa sort of has a rainbow in its wings, or it's I think in Pokédex entries it says like it has its wing is all the colours of the rainbow, something like that. Some stupid thing like that, guys. As you might expect, the Mega Evolution design builds on that. As you can see, there's wings there. It has a rainbow just all the way down, up and down its wings, which looks pretty cool. It's also gained sort of its headdress has gotten slightly larger, not too much larger, just slightly there. It's gained some awesome new markings on its eyes. It's turned blue. It's got blue highlights rather than green now. It's got a blue band around its neck, and it's got blue wings as well. So the green highlights there and stuff like that. Its claws, its feet seem to have got slightly bigger. And obviously it's gained some sort of black marking on its chest. Not sure what that's supposed to be, but it looks pretty cool anyway. But there's not a huge amount of change again, but that's enough really for Mega Hoa, in my opinion. Okay, so typing wise for Mega Hoa, what would I like to see? I would like to see, assuming Lugia goes Psychic Dragon, I would like to see Fire Dragon for Hoa. That would, in my opinion, make sense. Obviously, if Lugia doesn't go if Lugia doesn't go Psychic Dragon, rather, it could just stay Fire Flying as the other possibility. I can't see no other typings for it apart from those two, so that's the only thing. Stat change wise, for Mega Hoa, I would see it becoming a fast physical attacker, so an attack boost and a speed boost. I'm pretty sure Mega Hoa gets access to Sacred Fire, which is a physical attack, it's very strong, so that would make sense with the attack boost there. The speed boost also makes sense, just because it'd be faster, whereas I don't see Mega Lugia being a fast Mega Evolution, because it's very large, it's very bulky, stuff like that. Ability wise, its basic ability, or its hidden ability, right, is Regenerator, which is pretty good, because obviously when you switch out you get health point boost again, which works well. It could keep that ability, because that can make it sort of viable, because you get your attack and the speed boost, but then you also have a semi-reliable health restoration. Obviously you have Roost as well you could use, but you guys get what I mean there. Could make it a bit more bulky, a bit harder to take out with Hoa, especially with Regenerator there. The other ability I've got put listed here is Drought, and obviously if Lugia got Drizzle, Mega Hoa getting Drought would sort of make sense, if you guys understand me there. Obviously Drought would then power up Mega Hoa too. Obviously it's Fire type that gets power up there, which I think would be pretty cool. Another Fire Mega Evolution gets Drought. Obviously Charizard Y gets Drought. If it's a Fire Flying and got Drought, it might be too similar to Charizard Y in my opinion. But if I went Fire Dragon, it could easily get Drought as well. But I feel like if they're going to give Lugia Multi-Scale to keep, they're going to give Mega Hoa Regenerator to keep. Obviously, not saying either of these Mega Evolutions is going to happen, we're just talking about speculation because it's nice to think about if they did, you know? Anyway, I think that's it for Mega Hoa, guys. Let me know what you think about typing, stat changes, and ability down in the comment section. Whether you like the fact that I've chosen Fire Dragon typing, whether you think it's going to be a physical attacker and it's going to be fast and whatnot, and what you think the ability is going to be. But let's move on to the last Pokemon for today, which is Celebi and Mega Celebi. So Celebi is a grass psychic type. Obviously it's sort of parallel to Mew in this generation, number 251 in the dex on its own. The pixie, the fairy Pokemon, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what the exact term is. The ones I've got like base 600 or base 100 across the board sort of thing for the stats. What would Mega Celebi look like now? There are a load of designs. There were a load of designs out there. But I chose this one in the end because it looks pretty cool. As you can see, its body sort of is grown out a bit, I guess. It's gained some more pronounced legs and feet. It's gained some what look like just like its body has sort of got grass, I guess, going over its shoulders. I can't quite tell there, but its head has also become slightly more pronounced, and it's got a nice wisp of, I don't know, hair, I guess. Its little onion head has now turned into a long radish. I don't know. No, I'm making stuff up. But it's also got two sort of horns as well. Its antenna that were on the original design have sort of grown out and then gotten blue edges, which looks pretty cool too. And its little wings have grown a bit too, it looks like. Anyway, that's the design with Mega Celebi. What would I see the typing for Mega Celebi being? Now I have 3 listed here. Obviously, first off, it could stay Grass Psychic. That's a very big possibility. But when we've had the Fairy type announced, everyone thought, okay, Celebi's going to become a Fairy type sort of thing. As we thought for Mesprit, Uxie, Zelfort, some not necessarily thoughts, but were possibilities, I guess. But none of them did. So maybe it could happen upon Mega Evolution. Either we could have a Psychic Fairy type for Mega Celebi or a Grass Fairy type. I would probably prefer. We've had both the types before. Obviously, Psychic Fairy we have Mr. Mime, Grass Fairy we have Whimsicott. I think I'd prefer Grass Fairy, to be honest, because Celebi is obviously related to Grass. It's obviously related to Grass because it's in the forest and everything, but it's not very much related to Psychic, to be honest. So Grass Fairy would be the better option, I think. Stat change wise for Mega Celebi, I would see a special attack and a speed boost, so not really a special bulk like Mega Lugia, not really not physical attacker at all like Mega Hoa, but a special attacker with a speed boost, which I think would be pretty good. Boosting its speed just to get a bit faster and also being able to deal damage with the special attacks. Ability wise for Mega Celebi, it could keep Natural Cure, which is its basic ability, which I think pretty sure when you switch out it gets rid of any status move, which is pretty good. You could get rid of Paralysis very easily. You can get rid of Toxic, so you won't be able to be taken out in that sort of sense there, guys. But again, it could get a different ability, and I think if Mega Celebi were to get another ability, I think it'd be Serene Grace. I think that would just make a lot of sense on Mega Celebi, to be honest. I'm not sure what moves it has that would get boosted up by it. But I certainly would like to see it because it would just, I feel like it would make sense with the Mega Evolution, make sense with the design, the whole mantra of Celebi. It would just, it would just fit in my opinion, it would just fit, But I think that's it for Mega Celebi as well, guys. I want you guys to let me know down below what you think of the typing, the stat changes, and the ability for it, as well as, obviously, I've mentioned before, Mega Lugia and Mega Hoa. Let me know what you think about all 3 down below in the comment section. As I said, it's the last one for the Johto Mega Evolutions. I'll move on to Sinnoh probably in a week or so. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. Obviously, uploads of Mega Ref Sapphire are a bit more scarce now, I suppose is the right term. But obviously, as I said, I'll be doing more Mega Evolution analysis sets of the new Megas coming soon. So I'll probably get those done before I move on to the Mega Evolution stuff. So you can look forward to those in the next few days. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and leave a comment down below. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.